was born far from the lights of Silicon Valley, far from fame, luxury, or even comfort. In Pretoria, South Africa, a boy named Elon sat alone on a creaky old swing, a tattered science fiction novel clenched in his hands. While kids his age chased soccer balls, he chased galaxies. His mind wasn't in the backyard, it was orbiting Mars. Alone, quiet, misunderstood. The world around him didn't see a genius. They saw a weird kid who never fit in. But deep inside, Elon knew something no one else did. He wasn't meant to fit in. He was meant to break out. When most kids were playing Nintendo, Elon was coding. At 12, he built and sold his first video game for $500, 0 cents. Not a bad haul for a kid who had just learned to type. He didn't do it for money. He did it because his brain couldn't stop building. He was curious, obsessive, relentless. While others waited for teachers, Elon taught himself. Lines of C++, glowing green in a world still black and white. South Africa demanded Elon join the military. Elon refused, not because he was scared, but because he knew his future wasn't in uniforms and guns. It was in ideas. He packed a single suitcase and fled to Canada, barely 17. No money, no connections, just belief. He stepped off the plane and into the cold. But freedom was warm. He worked on farms, in boilers, wherever he could. He shoveled, cleaned, hauled. It didn't matter. He had vision, and vision doesn't ask for luxury. Each dirty job was just a brick in the foundation of something massive. The cold couldn't numb his fire. At the University of Pennsylvania, he studied physics and economics like a man possessed. Not to get a job, but to build a future. At night, while others partied, Elon scribbled ideas about electric cars and Mars colonies in worn-out notebooks. The seeds of Tesla and SpaceX were being watered with sweat and late-night ramen. Elon dropped out of Stanford after 2 days. He had a bigger classroom, the internet. With his brother, he started Zip2, an online city guide. They couldn't afford rent, so they slept in the office and showered at the YMCA. Success wasn't a luxury, it was survival. After years of hustle, Compaq bought Zip2 for $307 million, 0 cents. Elon walked away with $22 million, 0 cents. But he didn't walk away from work. Bought cars, houses, status. Elon bought ideas. He took nearly all his money and rolled it into his next venture, XCOM, a digital bank so far ahead of its time, people thought he was insane. But again, he wasn't chasing approval, he was chasing evolution. XCOM morphed into PayPal, and success brought conflict, boardroom battles, power plays. Elon was pushed out as CEO. Another man would have quit. Elon doubled down. He learned that being right wasn't enough. You had to be resilient. Even when they strip the title from your name, they can't erase the vision from your soul. Electric cars were a joke. No one believed they could compete with gas, but Elon did. He poured millions into a failing startup called Tesla. People laughed, experts sneered. He didn't care. The Roadster would be built, not because the world asked for it, but because the future demanded it. By 2008, Tesla was bankrupt. SpaceX had failed 3 launches. Elon was out of money, personally borrowing to make payroll. Christmas was coming and he couldn't buy gifts for his kids. That year, everything collapsed. But pressure makes diamonds, or it crushes you. Elon didn't break. He bent, then launched. On the 4th try, the Falcon 1 launched into orbit. History was made. NASA signed a $1,600 million, 0 cents contract days later. Tesla survived. SpaceX was reborn. Elon had risked it all and won. Not because he was lucky, but because he refused to quit. He turned failure into rocket fuel. Tesla delivered the Model S. It changed everything. The world saw it as the future. Elon had always seen it that way. While the world celebrated, Elon looked further toward Mars. SpaceX built reusable rockets. Tesla built energy ecosystems. He wasn't just building companies, he was building the 21st century. Then came Neuralink, Starlink, OpenAI, brain interfaces, global internet, ethical AI. Each project was a piece of the puzzle, a blueprint for humanity's survival and expansion. Elon wasn't building for profit. He was building to ensure our species didn't become a footnote in history. The media attacked, investors doubted, Twitter storms erupted. Elon was sued, mocked, canceled, praised. The noise never stopped. But he kept building because legacies aren't built on approval. They're built on fire. Factories across the globe, rockets launching weekly, cars driving themselves. Starlink in villages with no power. Neuralink preparing human trials. He had started with books. He ended up rewriting them. At night, he still reads, he still dreams, he still pushes, because for Elon, success isn't a destination, it's a direction. From zero to hero wasn't the goal. The goal was to go further, to make us multi-planetary, to crack the code of consciousness, to keep going.